It was a day unlike any other. Two figures descended from the stars, their power shaking the earth to its core. They were Saiyans: Vegeta, the proud prince of a lost race, and Nappa, his towering comrade, whose strength alone was enough to lay waste to cities in moments. Their mission was simple: find the Dragon Balls and eliminate all who opposed them. The battle began with devastation. Nappa, grinning with savage delight, cut through the Z fighters one by one. Yamcha fell in an instant. Chaozu sacrificed himself in vain. Tien fought with everything he had until he could fight no more. Even Piccolo, the proud Namekian warrior, was brought to his knees, and in his final moments gave his life to save Gohan. By the time Goku arrived, the battlefield was littered with defeat. But where Nappa had towered in power before, Goku's arrival brought a new standard, one that even the hulking Saiyan could not match. The two fought, but it was no contest. Blow after blow, Goku's speed and skill dismantled Nappa's offense, forcing the veteran Saiyan into a desperate defense. Pride gave way to frustration, and frustration to fear. In the original history, this would be the end for Nappa, a moment where Vegeta, disgusted by weakness, would strike down his comrade without hesitation. But here the story changes. When Vegeta raised his hand to deliver the killing blow, Goku stepped in. The prince was surprised, not by Goku's strength, but by his words. He would allow Nappa to live, if the Saiyan could put aside his bloodlust and end the fight. Vegeta scoffed, but Nappa hesitated. Years of loyalty to Vegeta had been built on survival and conquest, but in this moment Nappa saw something strange. A warrior stronger than himself, sparing his life not from pity, but from principle. For the first time in years, he felt shame. Vegeta's scorn was immediate. He would not fight for a coward, and with that he turned his back, leaving Nappa to his fate. The prince climbed into his pod and vanished into the sky, leaving Earth behind, and leaving Nappa behind as well. The surviving Z fighters were wary. This was, after all, the same warrior who had killed their friends only hours before. Yet Goku spoke on Nappa's behalf, vouching for his potential to change. For now, the giant was too injured to be a threat, and too humbled to resist. In the days that followed, Nappa remained under watch. His wounds healed slowly, but the greater change was unseen and a shift within. He began to question the life he had lived. On a world of fragile humans where warriors fought not for conquest but for each other, the old ways felt hollow. Though his strength was great, his understanding was limited. Goku encouraged him to train, not to dominate, but to improve. Piccolo, though distrustful, sparred with him in brutal sessions that tested the limits of his endurance. Krillin, though still grieving his friends, saw the value in keeping such a fighter on their side, should Vegeta ever return. Nappa's presence altered the weeks after the battle. With Raditz gone and Vegeta departed, the threat of the Saiyans was not over. The message of the Dragon Balls had reached further than they realized. But now Earth had an unexpected guardian. The once feared warrior began to take part in protecting the planet. His methods were rough, his temper still volatile, but his loyalty slowly shifted. Each small act, helping repair what he had destroyed, hunting for food alongside Gohan, even standing watch at Kami's lookout, chipped away at the soldier he once was. Though Vegeta's shadow still loomed over him, Nappa's thoughts no longer lingered on conquest or revenge. He had survived, and more than that, he had been given a chance he never believed possible. The question was no longer what he could destroy, but what he could become. And so the Saiyan saga ended not with Nappa's body lying broken in the dirt, but with a survivor, scarred, humbled, and standing at the crossroads of redemption. The fate of the giant Saiyan was now tied to Earth, and for the first time in his life, he chose to stay.